What a day in politics. First up, we're diving deep into the latest moves from Donald Trump, who was spotted dining with Qatar's prime minister shortly after a series of significant strikes impacted Doha. What was on the menu, and what does this meeting signal for international relations? Next, a truly concerning development in global health as the Trump administration has reportedly halted funds for critical HIV/AIDS programs. We're talking about PEPFAR, a program credited with saving millions of lives. We'll break down the impact and the uncertainty surrounding this crucial aid. Then, the political landscape is shaken by a strong statement from Donald Trump Jr. He's issuing a stark warning about political violence, asserting it's not going both ways following the tragic assassination of Charlie Kirk. We'll explore his powerful words and the implications for the ongoing debate. And finally, we're analyzing how Charlie Kirk's influence played a role in Donald Trump's electoral success, particularly with younger voters. How did Kirk's strategy resonate, and what does this mean for future political campaigns? Stick around for all the details and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single update. Donald Trump dines with Qatar's prime minister amidst regional tensions. The former President Donald Trump was recently seen having dinner with Qatar's prime minister, an event that has drawn significant attention, especially following recent strikes that have impacted Doha. This high-profile meeting raises questions about the discussions held and the potential implications for international diplomacy and regional stability. While the specifics of their conversation remain private, the timing and context suggest a focus on critical geopolitical issues. Qatar has often played a mediating role in complex international disputes, and its leadership's engagement with a prominent American political figure like Trump could signal efforts to navigate ongoing global challenges. This encounter has sparked widespread discussion among political analysts and the public, with many speculating about the strategic importance of such a meeting. The optics alone, with Trump meeting a key regional leader, suggest a continued engagement with foreign policy on his part, even outside of formal office. Observers are keen to understand how this private dinner might influence future diplomatic efforts or shape perceptions of American foreign policy. Stay tuned as we uncover the full story behind this crucial meeting. And next, we're tackling a massive shift in global health funding that could have devastating consequences. U.S. halts funding for global HIV/AIDS programs, impact unclear. A significant and deeply concerning development has emerged regarding the future of global HIV/AIDS relief. The Trump administration has reportedly suspended a portion of funding for PEPFAR, the U.S. President's emergency plan for AIDS relief. This program, a cornerstone of international health efforts for over 2 decades, is credited with saving an estimated 26 million lives and preventing millions of infections, particularly across Africa. The full extent of these budget cuts and their immediate impact remains alarmingly unclear, with international organizations and members of Congress sounding the alarm that critical projects are already being halted and patients are suffering. Despite assurances that life-saving services would be preserved, reports indicate that HIV/AIDS projects have been terminated and implementation of planned initiatives has stalled. Nonprofits and UN agencies are citing examples of medicine stockouts, clinic staffing cuts, suspended community outreach, and rising levels of stigma and mortality in affected countries. Physicians for Doctors Without Borders have warned of an uncertain future for PEPFAR, with disruptions to medical care threatening to reverse decades of progress and potentially lead to the emergence of drug-resistant HIV strains. The lack of transparent data on funding flows and program activities has further fueled concerns, leaving stakeholders with little visibility on the program's current status and future. This funding cut poses a grave threat to global health progress. But that's not all. We're also hearing a powerful warning about the state of political discourse. Donald Trump Jr. warns of one-sided political violence after Charlie Kirk's assassination. Following the shocking assassination of Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk, Donald Trump Jr. has issued a forceful warning, stating that political violence in America is not a two-way street and is instead originating from the far left. Speaking on the story, Trump Jr. expressed his profound grief and anger over Kirk's death, describing the vilification and celebration of his assassination as truly disgusting. He emphasized that Kirk's crime was speaking truth and engaging with detractors, a stark contrast to what he perceives as the left's resort to violence when losing arguments. Trump Jr. directly challenged the notion that violence goes both ways, recounting personal experiences with multiple shootings of individuals close to him in the past year. He pointed to evidence, such as engravings on bullet casings found near the scene with anti-fascist phrases, as indicative of the source of such violence. He argued that the media and those who label political opponents as fascists or Nazis bear responsibility when more radical elements resort to physical attacks. This strong stance underscores a growing concern within certain political circles about the intensity and direction of political rhetoric and its potential to incite real-world harm, particularly after the targeted killing of a prominent conservative figure. Will this tragedy ignite a necessary conversation about political responsibility? Coming up, we're dissecting how one influential figure significantly impacted a presidential election. Charlie Kirk's influence on young voters and Donald Trump's victory. An in-depth analysis reveals how Charlie Kirk and his organization, Turning Point USA, played a pivotal role in energizing young voters and influencing Donald Trump's 2024 election victory. Kirk's strategy focused on engaging with young people across social media platforms and in communities, successfully persuading them to shift towards the Republican Party. This outreach was crucial in a demographic that has historically leaned Democratic, with Kirk's efforts credited for helping Trump improve his performance with voters under 30, a key factor in flipping swing states. Experts note that Kirk's ability to connect with young men, displaying an element of strength and masculinity, resonated deeply, even with those who didn't agree with all his positions. Kirk's organization also implemented initiatives like the Ballot Chasers program, a significant investment aimed at mobilizing low-propensity Trump supporters in battleground states. This effort effectively supplemented the Trump campaign's ground game, ensuring that supporters were reached and encouraged to vote. While the exact number of votes swayed is debated, both Trump and his campaign acknowledged Kirk's substantial contributions. The analysis highlights how Kirk's vision and organizational prowess were instrumental in building a more diverse coalition for Trump and challenging the traditional Democratic dominance among younger demographics, demonstrating a significant shift in the political landscape. His impact is undeniable, but what does it mean for the future? And that's all the news for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. We covered Donald Trump's dinner with Qatar's Prime Minister, the alarming halt of crucial PEPFAR funding for HIV/AIDS programs, Donald Trump Jr.'s strong words on political violence following Charlie Kirk's assassination, and the significant influence Charlie Kirk had on young voters and Donald Trump's election win. Don't miss out on future updates. Like this video, subscribe to FlickPop for more, and ring that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and follow us on all social media platforms.